is 9 inches. Who you fucking that has a dick this size? I am physically a virgin, mentally a whore. And he doesn't accept that she doesn't fucking want him. And his tiny little dick. What in the John Green universe, you know? And then he dies. He rips my boobs. This book destroyed my life. Hello bitches and welcome to Coffee and Books with Ella. Today we're going to talk about the DIXON rule. And I made a whole video like the style of the previous videos I posted, but I decided to do like this because I can like organize my thoughts more clearly than just, reading parts of it. And I really want you to tell me which kind of style you prefer. I do not know the off-campus series, which is basically a fucking scheme, because we have the 4 original books plus one that is like an epilogue of these 4 books, and then we have 4 more books in the Briar Dew series, and then we have 2 more books of the spin-off of the spin-off. And I really hope we have more, because if I could, I would give all my money to Elle Kennedy, because I just love Rocky Romance. It's just amazing. Perfection. And it's really interesting because, when you have so many books that are like about the same thing, like they are all set in college, they are all about hockey players, they're all romance novels, and they all have steamy scenes. And it's like, I get mesmerized by Elle Kennedy's creativity. Like, I cannot find like one book that is like exactly similar to the other, because when you have romance, you eventually fall into this little like rules of like how to make a book, and then they meet, and then this happens, and then this happens, and then there's the third act breakup, and rarely her books have third act breakup. The DIXON rule had a minor discussion at like 95% of the book, but it was like fixed in 5-10 pages, and that was amazing because I hate third act breakup. The only one I can think that has is The Deal, which is the first one, but I read so long ago. I wanted to buy the box so I could read here with you, but it says Santais. I live in Brazil. I am moving to college in less than a year to the States, and then I will buy the book. But right now I cannot afford the books, unfortunately. But I have them all on my Kindle, which is less expensive. But yeah, so the DIXON rule is gonna follow Diana and Shane. They are kind of enemies to lovers. We met them in the first book of the Campus Diary series, which was Gigi and Ryder's. Diana is Gigi's best friend, and Shane is Ryder's best friend. And Diana moved to a condo because her aunt died, and she left the condo for her. And Shane also moved to the condo, so they are like door-to-door neighbors. I wish I had a hot neighbor, but I live in an asylum. Asylum? No, in an elderly apartment complex. Literally, my building has 5 apartments. They're all old people, except me. Oh, and I want to clarify, I'm 18, okay? I can be reading smut. Was I reading when I was 13? Yes, but that's beside the point, okay? This book made me go through a roller coaster of feelings, because I was so happy, and then I was so like blushing with the hot scenes because they were very steamy, very hot, and then I ended up crying like a baby, and I wasn't expecting that. I thought it was gonna be a cute rom-com. And we have Diana, and she has an ex called Percival. He is awful, okay? Okay, you have to know there's a trigger in this book, because Percival beats the shit out of Diana because Diana broke up with him. Like, please. He's a stalker. He is ugly. He is disgusting, and I want to kill him. Yes. Okay, let's move past that. So Diana breaks up with Percy. We're gonna call him Percy because Percival is a very difficult name for me to pronounce. He moves to her condo because he's a fucking psycho. And he doesn't accept that she doesn't fucking want him and his tiny little dick. And he stalked her. He's a fucking stalker. And this is not dark romance, okay? This is not dark romance. This is a fucking cute rom-com. We shouldn't have stalkers. But Ed Kennedy did very, like, I liked this arc that she did. I was very nervous when, you know, we were getting into 90% of the book and this wasn't resolved. And I was like, oh my God, what is gonna happen? You know, because it's like the whole book is very cute. Very, like, you know, and then we get to 90% and everything falls apart. And I was like, how is she gonna fix all of this in, like, less than 100 pages? But everything was okay. And I 100% suggest you to buy the audiobook. I rent a free trial at an app just so I can read it because it was amazing. The voice actors, to, like, scare him off, she pretends that she's dating Shane. And Shane pretends he's dating her because his ex moves to their college. So they are both, you know, enemies to lovers, but then they are fake dating. And Shane doesn't know that Percy... He first hit her once on the face. She had a black eye. And she's a cheerleader, so she said that she hurt at practice. But, and then she saves the photos. And then after many chapters, she says to him to go to her phone to get the photos of the wedding of Gigi and Ryder's wedding. They're best friends. And he finds the folder. And I love that he didn't get angry at her for not telling him. He got angry at him. And that is a very delicate subject, and she doesn't want to go to the police to make a... I'm gonna put it on the screen. Because she is a strong woman in all the aspects of her life, and she doesn't want to be seen as weak because she's Diana. She's strong and she does not get beaten by men. So I really liked that plot line. And then she finally denunciates him. She finds out that he beat his ex up. And that she says that she's gonna do it because she's scared that he's gonna keep doing it with other people. And then when she files a report, she has a other word that I don't remember, and he gets into her house and he beats her almost to death. And then Shane's father died of cancer, and I was feeling the cancer coming. Okay, I was reading those pages, and I saw that every time he saw his father was getting thinner, and I was like, this man has cancer. He's gonna have cancer. This is turning into the Fault in Your Stars. What in the John Green universe, you know? And then he dies. And then he's like, I love you. I love you too. 3 days after that, he was dead. And it was like, this. I don't want to read this anymore. Jesus. This book destroyed my life. He's dying. I was freaking crying like a baby because I wasn't expecting that. You know, and I really love Elle Kennedy for that. I never read anything else by her. Just Off Campus and Briarview series. And, of course, Campus Diary. So I don't know if her other books are, like, this good. And I personally find them good, okay? If you are one of those people that say, like, romance isn't literature, and that silly romance shouldn't be considered, like, books, fuck you, I don't want you in my channel. Okay, we love books, even if they are silly romances, because life is already too hard, and I don't have romance in my life. I don't even have friends. So let me get drowned into my silly romance novels. Fuck you very much. Okay. And I love how she takes serious matters in all of her books, and she is able to work around that and not make it problematic and make it light in some way. Like, not completely light, but is the main subject in it. Not always, but is well done. You know what I'm saying? And we have to talk about the spicy scenes. Amazing. We start, okay, first of all, Elle Kennedy and romance authors, myself included. You know what is 9 inches? This is 9 inches. Who you fucking that has a dick this size? Is bigger than my head. This doesn't fit. I will literally... Is in my vagina, okay? It reaches my boobs. It reaches my boobs. Who the fuck you fucking that has this big of a dick? Not that I am an expert in dicks. Very far away from me. Very, very, very. I'm scared of men. Who you fucking? Who you fucking? Okay. But the sexy scenes, they are so good. So Shane is kind of like a dominant, but not like a Christian Grey dominant. He doesn't hit her. But if you're into that, you do you, girl. We don't kink shame in this channel. This fan art, I'm gonna put it. I really hope my parents don't see this video. They're gonna think I'm a whore. I am physically a virgin, mentally a whore. But, okay, he says like, get on your knees, Diana. And he's very like dominant, and they have like a, it's not voyeurism kink. No, voyeurism is when you watch the person. Wait. What is it called, a kink when you like to be watched? I don't remember. I have that. And so they're in the balcony of their like condo, and the lights are off, and then they are like doing it. He's behind her, she's like this, and then people pass and they talk with them, and then like it's very hot. And their first time is very hot too. And the hottest scene of all is Will, which is their friend. He's crashing on Diana's apartment. And he and Beckett, they have a thingy. I am so excited that the next book is going to be about Will and Beckett and another girl. So we're going to have like a trio. I'm obsessed with that. And I know this is kind of polemic for many people, and I'm very excited that she decided to do that. Even though I know some people might not read that, I'm 100% into reading that. Because I'm in love with Beckett since the first time he appeared. And I call him Beckett during the whole first book. And I am so sorry because I'm a bit dyslexic. And then Will was there because he was running away from staying in the same house as Beckett. Because he was like, he talks with Diana about that he doesn't enjoy more sex when it's just him and another girl. Because he thinks that like he's okay fucking the girl, and he's like, if Beck was here, she would be enjoying this way way much more, because he would be like, I would be fucking her, he would be sucking her tits and doing this and that. So there's like, that was her hot. And then we was there, and then Diana and Shane are like doing it, and then we was watching them doing, and that was a good scene. And now you think I'm a whore, but I don't care. And so I just love this book. I cannot choose which one I loved more, if it was this one or Gigi's. But this one I felt a little bit more triggered, I have to confess, than Gigi's book. Because in Gigi's book, we discovered that Ryder's father killed his mother, which is like very triggering. Her books are almost getting into a like darkish romance at this point. This one, when the scene where Percy beats Diana up, it was kind of difficult for me. I'd never been beaten up, but I saw women's getting punched and slapped, and it was a bit triggering for me. So if you have triggers of that, please be careful. It wasn't like extremely hard for me to read, but I was like, yeah, this is, you know, when you have to like look at the book and be like, holy fuck, you know. What more can I talk? And their first kiss also was amazing, because they were playing like Truth or Dare, and then like she kisses him in front of everybody, and it's just like amazing. I love romances. I'm sorry, I do. I gave it 4 stars. Actually, I'm gonna give 4.5. I'm not a critic. I barely speak English, but I enjoy myself reading that. So I'm gonna give 4.5 stars. And if Elle Kennedy don't continue to write books, they're gonna put me in a scheme of years and stealing all my fucking money, I'm gonna sue her. I will. With what money? No idea. And please, Elle Kennedy, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, because I have like 4 subscribers, we need a TV show. Every season, 1 couple. I'm an actress. I'm unemployed. I can help. I'm also a writer. You know, we could be besties. And if you want, please send me your books. People never send me anything, you know? So yeah, I enjoyed so much this book. I am so excited for the next one. That is gonna be the final one, she announced. And I just realized that this I fade away and this I didn't. Now I just look stupid. Writing was very like, I didn't even see the time passing, to be honest. I'm in love with Shane. I'm gonna try to find the fun art of all the boys, because I saw this on her Insta and I was like, I would 100% be in love with those boys if this was real life. Never met a hockey player. I live in a country with no snow. I think if I saw a hockey player walking in front of me, I would pass out. Because these books, the way they are stuck in my brain 24/7 is not healthy at all. A thing we have to mention about this whole series, because in every book we have not just the romantic interactions, but we have the friendship. And that is so cool to see. So cool to see Diana's and Gigi's friendship, Ryder's and Shane's and Beckett and Will, and everybody being, you know, just friends. And I really love books that are set in college. I feel like books that are set in high school, I have zero interest in reading. And I guess it's because I'm going to college, so that might be it. But I just love that vibe that the book has of friendship and of, you know, having fun and falling in love and being alive. But this is it. I hope you enjoyed this kind of videos. And the next book we're analyzing is The Hating Game. The Hating Game. I'm gonna record this video right now, so Love you all, bitches, and I see you next time.